Students, in this class we are going to see potassium sparing diuretics. This diuretics increase the diuresis without the loss of potassium. That is, they do not promote the secretion of potassium ions into the urine. This potassium sparing diuretics would be classified into two types. One is called aldosterone antagonist and another one is called epithelial sodium channel blockers. This aldosterone antagonist are otherwise called as anti-hormone diuretics or mineralocorticoid receptor antagonists. The examples under aldosterone antagonists are spironolactone, canrenone and epinephrine. Under sodium channel blockers, the examples are triamterene and amiloride. This potassium sparing diuretics would be classified into two types. One is aldosterone antagonist and another one is epithelial sodium channel blockers. This aldosterone antagonist compete with aldosterone for the intracellular cytoplasmic receptor site and prevents the production of proteins, and there would be no stimulation of sodium ion and potassium ion exchange site. So this prevents the sodium reabsorption K plus and H plus ion secretion. This sodium channel blockers blocks the sodium channels. So what are the two main types of potassium sparing diuretics? One is called aldosterone antagonist and another one is sodium channel blockers. The important drug under aldosterone antagonist is spironolactone. It is coming under a steroid. So it is having a basic nucleus, cyclopentanoperhydrophenanthrene. So first three rings know that would be 6-membered and the last one is 5-membered. So the numbering starting from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and in the 17th here this would be 18 and 19. In the 17th position it is having a 5-membered lactone. So here it is having two angular methyl groups. One is 18, another one is 19. 18 is attached to carbon 13 and 19 is attached to carbon 10. And it is having one double bond that is between 4 and 5. That is, in the first string it is having one double bond that is present between 4 and 5. And third position it is having a ketone. And here we have a lactone. We said no, that lactone, that is having a ketone in 21st position. And in 7th position it is having acetyl thio. COCH3 is called acetyl and S is thio. This would be attached to the 7th carbon by means of alpha configuration, that is by means of a dotted line. That's why it is called as 7 alpha. Because of dotted line it can be called as alpha. So 7 alpha acetyl thio and here this would be 17. Before getting the lactone, actually that is having here CH2, CH2, COOH and here OH. So this two no, here COOH and OH, that would be connected and there may be removal of one molecule of water and we are getting a lactone. That's why it is called as, this would be alpha. So 17 alpha hydroxy and this is 3 oxo. Here in 17th position it is CH2, CH2, COOH, already I said no. So because of the presence of two carbons, the parent one is called as pregnane. So this is preg-4-ene because the bond is present between 4 and 5. So preg-4-ene, this is 21 carboxylic acid lactone. So that is the chemical name for spironolactone. We'll discuss the nomenclature of steroids in next unit. It is used in the treatment of edema resulting from primary hyperaldosteronism and refractory edema associated with secondary hyperaldosteronism. Adrenal cortex secretes a potent mineralocorticoid called aldosterone that promotes salt and water retention and also K plus H plus ion excretion. Spironolactone is an aldosterone antagonist, so it gives increased reabsorption of sodium and chloride ions and increased potassium ion excretion. It interferes with sodium reabsorption at the distal exchange site and promotes the sodium excretion while potassium is conserved. Usually it is given in conjunction with thiazides or loop diuretics. Next drug is called triamterene. Look at the structure. This is called pteridine. So what is pteridine? Pyrazine fused with pyrimidine, that can be called as pteridine. What is pyrazine? 6-membered heterocyclic ring having 2 nitrogens at 1,4. That is called as pyrazine. And 6-membered heterocyclic ring having 2 nitrogens at 1,3. That can be called as pyrimidine. So fusion of pyrazine with pyrimidine, no, that can be called as pteridine. Here look at the structure. It is having pteridine nucleus. So what is pteridine? pyrazine with pyrimidine. That can be called as pteridine. So what is the numbering for pteridine? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is for pteridine. And in the pteridine, what are all attached for triampterine? Triam. So that indicates there may be presence of 3 amine. So that is triam. Okay, so 2, 4, 7, it is having 3 amino groups, and in 6th position it is having one phenyl ring. So what is the chemical name? 2,4,7 triamino 6-phenyl pteridine. So that is called as triamterine. It is used in the treatment of edema associated with nephritic syndrome, cirrhosis of liver, and congestive heart failure. Next drug is called amiloride. It is having pyrazine nucleus. What is pyrazine? 6-membered heterocyclic ring having 2 nitrogens at 1,4. That is called as pyrazine. And in the pyrazine, 6th position it is having chlorine, and 3rd and 5th are having amino groups. And in the 2nd position it is having CO. With the CO, it is attached with the guanidine. What is guanidine? NHC double bond NH NH2. That is called as guanidine. So what is amiloride? It is having pyrazine, and that is having 2 amino groups in 3rd and 5th, and 6th position it is having chlorine, and in 2nd position it is having CO, that is ketone. That ketone is connected with the guanidine. And what we'll see the chemical name of this amiloride. So here for amiloride, what is the parent one? This is called as pyrazine. Pyrazine with the CONH2, that is called as amide or carboxamide. So what is the chemical name? Pyrazine 2-carboxamide. That is the parent one for this. So what is the chemical name? 3,5-diamino. Here with the amide nitrogen, what is attached? Amino, imino, methyl. Close the bracket. 6-chloro-pyrazine 2-carboxamide monohydrochloride dihydrate. So that is one name. Another name is 3,5-diamino 6-chloro. This N diaminomethylene. This is pyrazine carboxamide. So that is one more name. It blocks the reabsorption of sodium ion and secretion of potassium ions. So what is the nucleus present in amiloride? That is called as pyrazine, and 2nd position it is having carboxamide. So pyrazine 2-carboxamide, and it is having guanidine. So it is having pyrazine and guanidine, and that two are connected by means of CO. So that is called as amiloride. Mannitol is coming under osmotic diuretic. We'll see the structure of mannitol. It is having CH2OH, CHOH, 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 CH2OH. So that is the structure of mannitol. We'll see the chemical name. It is having 6 carbons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 carbons. That's why it is called as hexane. And the 6 carbons are having OH groups. That's why hexane 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hexol. So that is the chemical name for mannitol. So what is the chemical name? Hexane 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexol. It is a naturally occurring alcohol, and it is found in fruits and vegetables and used as an osmotic diuretic. This mannitol is freely filtered by the glomerulus and poorly absorbed from the renal tubule, and causing an increase in osmolarity of the glomerular filtrate. So increase in osmolarity limits tubular reabsorption of water and inhibits renal tubular reabsorption of sodium, chloride and other solutes. So it promotes the diuresis. And also this elevates the blood plasma osmolarity, resulting in enhanced flow of water from tissues into the interstitial fluid and plasma. It may be used for the promotion of diuresis before irreversible renal failure becomes established, the promotion of urinary excretion of toxic substances as an anti-glaucoma agent, and as a renal function diagnostic aid. That's all about osmotic diuretics.